Hi, I'm Andrea, and I am doing my project on Greece, specifically Spanakopita and olives. Right here I have a piece of Spanakopita, which is super delicious, and some olives, Kalamata olives. So Spanakopita is one of the most famous Greek dishes. It comes from the Greek word spanaki, which means spinach, and pita, which means pie. So it literally means spinach pie. Pitas can be sweet or savory depending on the filling, but it is in between layers of phyllo dough. So we have some phyllo dough on the top layered and then on the bottom. So Greek pitas have been around since ancient times. The first one was documented by the philosopher Philoxenos in the 5th century BC. He had a cheese pie with honey. The first version of Spanakopita specifically was in northern Greece, where they made it with some wild greens that they found. And it wasn't until the Byzantines brought over spinach from the Middle East that they started making it with spinach. So the basic recipe for Spanakopita includes phyllo dough for the pastry, spinach, feta cheese, onions, and herbs. It's pretty simple and basic. So phyllo dough is a really thin dough. The word phyllo in Greek literally means leaf, so they're supposed to be as thin as leaves, and you layer them on top of each other with olive oil brushed on them, and they get really crispy and light and flaky. And Spanakopita is known as a really healthy Greek dish because it's made with so many vegetables and some cheese, and the recipe varies from chef to chef, so it depends on their, if they're Greek, it depends on their family history of recipes that have been passed down, or what grows locally in their area, or what time of year it is. So spinach is very healthy. Everyone knows it's a nutritional powerhouse. It's got fiber and tons of phytonutrients and antioxidants which help prevent cancer. It has a ton of beta-carotene, which is a precursor to vitamin A. So when you ingest beta-carotene, your body converts it into vitamin A. It's great for your vision and all types of healing processes and your immune system. Herbs, again, they vary between chefs. So you could use pretty much any herb you want. You could do parsley or dill or basil or mint or whatever you have on hand. You can do combinations of them. They're similar to spinach. They have a lot of antioxidants, phytonutrients. Onions are also wonderful for you, full of fiber as well. They help with digestion. They help to repopulate your good gut bacteria. And they also have a ton of antioxidants. And then feta is the cheese used in Spanakopita. It is a very salty and briny cheese with a kind of a strong flavor, so you don't need a lot of it, which is really good because then it cuts down on the saturated fat, but you still get the protein and the calcium and phosphorus, which is really good for your bones. It's a goat's cheese, which means that it's lower in lactose, so people who are lactose intolerant are often able to digest it much better than they would a cow's milk cheese. Sort of the optional ingredient that some people use and some people don't is eggs. Some people use just like one egg as a binder, and some people use 5 or 6 eggs in one pan of Spanakopita and make it more of an eggy dish. If you do use eggs, they have a ton of protein, and the yellow yolks have vitamin A as well. And then the last ingredient is olive oil, and olive oil is the main reason why heart disease rates are so low in Greece. Olive oil is really good for your heart because it increases your HDL, which are lipoproteins that transport cholesterol out of your body, and it also lowers your LDL rates, which are lipoproteins that transport cholesterol throughout your body. And that results in less blocked arteries and just better heart health. So this right here is the square of Spanakopita, but some people do Spanakopitakia, which is the little triangles, and those are served more as appetizers, but this kind is served more as part of the main dish. You can serve it on the side of fish and, Greek salad, or you could serve it with some bryom, which is Greek roasted vegetables in a tomato sauce, and a grain. So it's very versatile. Greeks eat it all the time. The other component I wanted to talk about was olives. Olives, as you could probably guess from olive oil, have similar health benefits. Off the tree, they're very hard and bitter, almost like rocks, and you don't want to eat them that way. To make them palatable, you need to cure them in vinegar or salt or a combination. Kalamata olives are from the Kalamata region of Greece, which is on the Peloponnesian side. Kalamata olives are cured in a brine of red wine vinegar and salt. So they have a very fruity flavor, almost a wine type flavor. They're really good, super popular all over the world now. Probably the most popular Greek olive of all of the Greek olives. Olive trees have been revered in Greece since ancient times. The first olive trees were cultivated in Crete by the Minoans, and then they spread the trees to mainland Greece, the other islands, the rest of Greece, to the rest of the Mediterranean basin, to the Middle East, to the rest of the world. The Greeks saw so much benefit in the olive trees because they knew that the oil was so nutritious. So they'd eat the olives, they'd use the oil in cooking, they'd use the oil medicinally, they would burn the bark for firewood, they'd use the wood to build structures, they'd use the oil in lanterns. And it's kind of funny actually because now health experts are revisiting the health benefits of olives that the ancient Greeks knew. So the Greek cuisine is very diverse. Hopefully you'll be able to try some of this delicious and nutritious food. Spanakopita is a personal favorite of mine. I've always loved it, so this was fun for me to learn kind of the history of it. And olives are amazing and delicious. And have a nice rest of your day.